Hello people, I have a recording for you today. This recording I'm going to call Chosen You Must Listen Part 2. But before I go into the main part of my recording, I have my mission statement to read out as usual. The creation of this channel is my purpose, my mission. For those people who visit my channel, causing problems, the naysayers, please, with respect, keep moving on. This channel is not for you. This channel is for individuals, the chosen, who are progressing through their awakening process. Any demonic entity who tries to negatively pursue me, my channel, the user of my channel, again, I am requesting you move on. No weapons formed against me or the users of my channel shall prosper. Today's recording is going to take 5 parts. Why this channel was created, a reminder. Energetic energy, which is so important. Why I was holding back from God with my heart. Intuition, again, this is so important. And actually, I'm going to add to that is discernment. Again, very important. Angel numbers that I've come across lately several times. Why I created this channel. Initially, this channel was created because I was experiencing witchcraft. This initially started from my father. Since then, I have come to the realization that witchcraft has been practiced within my family, unbeknown to me. In addition to that, I have, over a period of time, come across several people who have tried to manipulate me by accessing my aura, and from my aura, I don't want this to sound ridiculous, my thoughts, accessing my thoughts. People who have access to this recording, I'm here sincerely to tell you that witchcraft is real. Witchcraft is affecting all on a global basis. We are all in or at risk of harm from entities, from people, narcissists who practice witchcraft, warlocks, energy vampires, Jezebels, monitoring spirits. The list goes on. I am not here to scaremonger. I'm here to tell you that we are, whether you know this or not, are living two lives. One, on the 3D, which is what we're living now on this planet. And two, is what we don't see, which is the spiritual realm. There is more that goes on in the spiritual realm than there is on the 3D. So what that means is, what happens in the spiritual realm, bad or good, will eventually affect us here on 3D. This channel was created on the basis of my experience. Initially, if I'm being honest, I was terrified because I did not know what was going wrong with me, what was happening to me, why I was thinking the things I was, why certain things were happening to me around my property, around my finances. I can only tell you that I am lucky to be here, very lucky to be here. And I say that with all my heart. I have realised that I have been manipulated for quite some time, unbeknown to me, by people in my circle, by people who I trusted dearly, by people that I have helped, I have put myself out to help in their lives, to only come to the realisation that these people, for whatever reason, have been envious of me and have tried to do me harm. Again, this channel has been created in order to help people who have or are experiencing similar things to me. I have vowed to myself that anything that I learn in terms of witchcraft, issues around supernatural, supernatural events, I will be honest enough, brave enough to express this within my channel created. I am of the opinion that we are, or have been, living on borrowed time. If we do not wake up sharpish within the next few years, what we are living now, although dreadful, will become worse. At that point, I feel there will be no turning back. I am asking people to consider what I am saying, do their own research in terms of what I am saying, and see where you go with that. This subject around witchcraft and how it is affecting us now needs to be discussed really in an open forum. I am talking slow because I want people to understand what I am saying. For me, this is so real, so real. am going to make a statement, and this statement has been made quite a few times, and this is my second channel. My first channel was removed, and I don't know the reason why. I've tried to find out why my channel was removed, but I've been up to now unsuccessful. I have lost over 120 recordings. I have had now to restart. I was so upset. My character is one of humbleness, integrity, and authenticity. Can't say that word, but there was no way my channel should have been removed. My theory for this over time will come out. My statement. I am divinely guided. If you do not accept this, you are welcome to move on. And even now, I'm still establishing my relationship with God. Right, so energetic energy. Energetic energy is the thoughts that we have in our mind when we're talking to ourselves. For instance, I need to get my car MOT'd. I need to return to the shop because I forgot to buy whatever product. I haven't spoken to my mother in days. I need to ring her. Examples. These thoughts, although are present, we do not take serious. Energetic energy. Everything that we do, moving our hand, head, speaking, typing, everything is energy. People, entities also access energetic energy. Practitioners, warlocks, narcissists. People who are practitioners adapt in this kind of skill. These people also have the skill to access your aura and your thoughts. Witchcraft. Because we, on the whole, do not recognize currently, to the extent that we should, energetic energy gives these people room to manipulate us. I'll try and give you an example. I'll use football, even though I don't like football. I'm sitting there, or you're sitting there, watching football, and all of a sudden this thought comes into your mind. More so than not, they are negative. You do not realise that this thought is not your thought, it's somebody else's thought. You accept this thought as your thought. Your nose is big. I am ugly. Whatever I am thinking will not prosper, will not come through. I am not good. You take these thoughts as your thoughts. You have let the entity or the person into your thought pattern. Once this happens, this continues, and over time will start to affect you seriously. This is what is called spiritual warfare. Please, people, do your research in terms of what I am saying to you today. Energetic energy is real. Energetic energy, for those people who are not aware, sleepers, energetic energy is harmful. My experience of spiritual warfare is becoming plentiful. What I tend to do currently is monitor my thoughts, which takes a lot of time, a lot of skill, and certainly a lot of energy. I am adept now in certain aspects of monitoring my thoughts. The more time that goes past, spiritual warfare becomes very technical. At this moment in time, I am struggling because I am still learning myself. I am struggling in terms of spiritual warfare. Sometimes I catch it, other times I don't. And I see myself currently as quite skilled in monitoring my thoughts. But at this time, I'm feeling that I am... Words are failing me today, I'm afraid, people. Words are failing me. I am not succeeding very well at this moment in time due to the due to the techniques that are being employed these days. This is, for me, to you, a warning. A warning. There are people, I am sure, who are aware of what is happening currently, for and against. It is about time these people, whoever you are, come out of your shell and start explaining what is going on so people can understand and start to protect themselves. This is real. This is serious. I don't know what else to say to you. Some time ago, people, I was sitting having a cup of coffee, and in my mind, I heard, "You have done nothing wrong." With that, I had a warm feeling in my heart and I burst out crying. Over time, having started meditating and experiencing different events, I came to the realization that I had, or still is, going through an awakening process. Again, if you are not sure what this is, please look that up. It's too complicated to express in one short recording. So I am going through currently an awakening process. The awakening process, for me, it's like undertaking a college course. It is about me. It is about my life. It is about how I go forward. It's about what I have done in my life that has not been so good. Other events in my life that have been good. Through my awakening process currently, I have determined, with the support of this process, that I have a good heart and that I am chosen by God to progress further within the awakening process. Again, please people, do your research. If you do not like what I'm saying, please move on. For those people who are still listening, please take this on board. The spiritual realm is real. Demonic entities are real. And they are very much starting to up their antics in terms of manipulation, control, manipulation and control of yourselves. It is time again, I'm saying, for people to wake up and start to look around what is happening. For a while, initially, when I started to realise that something was happening to me, and I'm going to repeat that, happening to me. I thought that I was going to end up in hospital because it was very new to me. I determined myself as a very strong-minded person. I do not give up easy. And due to my character, perseverance, I established, having done quite a lot of research, that I am going through the awakening process. I have never, no, that's wrong. As a child, due to my experience, young experience growing up, I turned my back on God. My view at the time was that if God could allow what was happening to me and my brothers, and that's the only thing I'm going to say about my brothers because they were involved within this, but I'm talking about me. My view in terms of what was happening to me at this time, at the hands of my parents, that there could not be a God. There could not be a God. I turned my back on him. And over the past few years, more so recently, I know the reason why he allowed this to happen, which maybe I shall come back in time and express this, but now is not the right time. So, the awakening process is also real. Excuse me. The awakening process is also real. There is a lot going on these days that it is hard to even keep a grip on, to be fair. There are people, as I say, around know what is actually happening at this time with more detail. These people need to come out and express themselves so people can start to protect themselves. As I was saying, I withdrew myself from God due to my own experiences. And I made a video a couple of days ago expressing why people should not give their heart away. I am now in the position to say that I did not give my heart away to God because I didn't believe what I was experiencing was a relationship with God. I thought I was in a lot of trouble, and I weren't sure where that was going to take me. Now, I am absolutely sure my engagement currently is with God. I have now given my heart to Him. And I am progressing through the last couple of days, I should say, in a lot more of a calmer spirit. I feel really quite content. I feel like I am progressing through the process a lot easier. And also, my future feels a lot brighter. That's all I can say about that at the moment. Another warning. Most people who are progressing through the awakening process retrieve a lot of their information from the internet. It doesn't matter what site that is. There is a lot of information currently about the awakening. There is a lot of information also about the Almighty, about God, about Source, about universe, whatever distinction that you want to call God. I am asking people to be careful of the information that they receive from the internet. It is like anything in this life that we live. There is good and bad. There is manipulation of good, mostly, for people to retrieve whatever they want, corrupt on a corruption level. You need to use your discernment. For example, clicking on to a particular subject on the internet is easy as clicking out. What I mean, if you click on to something on the internet that does not agree with you, you must click out. It's just like anything that we experience in today's living. Things are manipulated. Things are devised to control. This is no different. You have to use your discernment in terms of what you're listening to. Discernment. It's quite easy. It's like listening to something and saying, this is bullshit, this is BS. Click out of it. If you think that something that you are listening to or you are watching that does not agree with you, your body will tend to tell you, your mind will tell you that this is BS. And once you get that information from your mind, from your body, you must click out. You must click out. There is a lot of BS going around today, more so than usual. Please use your discernment and click out. Another thing I need to say is about your intuition. Your intuition is key to your character. Most of us do not tend to use our intuition. Our intuition is so important in terms of our development, our safety, and actually what we do. An example. One day, this is only one example, and I've got several. In fact, I'll give you two. One day, I was in a rush to go out. Where I live, everybody has water tanks. My intuition said to me, check your water before leaving. I forgot because I was in that much of a rush. I did go out and I received a phone call saying that my pump was whirling and there was no water in my water tank. One. My second one is I went to get my mail from the post office one day and I was parking outside the post office. My intuition said stop. I ignored it. I carried on moving, although I was in the process of stopping. I hit a pipe sticking out the ground. It burst my tyre. That's my intuition. I have a lot more examples of intuition, and now that has assisted me. At this moment in time, if I start to express that, I think you would lose interest, thinking that I'm going crazy, if I'm being honest. There is a lot about us that we tend to ignore, that our body is telling us. If we were, or you were aware of these skills or gifts that we've got, you would be surprised. I think going forward, in terms of what is going around planetary, people will start to become aware of what they actually can do over time. That is a bit of an escapist example, if I'm being honest. But people, we need to be aware of what is going on around us today. Right, just give me a second. I've made quite a few notes here. That I'm going to just skip through, really. Because I don't really want to bore people. But I really want people to be aware of what is actually going on. Please go back and have a look at my first video. You'll find it really quite interesting, what I was saying then to what I am saying now. And bearing in mind that we all have information, that when we get hold of new information, we update our belief system. This is no different. But what I am asking is that people, please, open your mind to what I am saying. Open your mind to what is actually going on around you today. Failing to do this, you are putting yourself at risk. I see it, or I see myself, or I see what I'm doing, is a duty not only to myself, but a duty to who I am, to express what is going on in today's living. Because of what is actually going on today, and you must do your own research, I am asking people if they resonate with what I'm saying is to give a like, a comment, and certainly I am looking for subscriptions. I have a lot of ideas in terms of this channel and how I progress this channel going forward. In order for me to do this, I need subscriptions. My previous channel, as I was saying, was removed, and it was starting to go in a direction that I wanted it to go. Unfortunately, it was removed. The consequences to that is I have had to start from scratch, which is a crying shame. I hope I have made myself understood. This is all I have to say today. But with your help, your assistance, your support, this new channel will progress in the way that I want it to, successfully. On that note, I thank you for your time, your understanding, and I shall be back with further recordings in the future. My name is Ian. I love you all. Take care of yourself. Thank you.